you've talked a lot about what you like the most.
Yeah.
What do you dislike the most about your neighborhood?
Right. That we have to move.
Or St. Louis Park in general,
That
I
we
guess.
have to move.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say the one thing about St. Louis Park, and I think this is pretty common knowledge, that at least in the homes that I was interested in St. Louis Park, you have to expect renovations.
Yeah.
You have to expect maybe a kitchen,
Yeah.
probably the bathrooms. I'm very sad, and I guess this is a good thing for whoever purchases our home. We haven't lived there long enough. When we signed the paperwork with you for this move, this current move, you said, congratulations. It's been 1 year since you signed your house. and it's making me like, oh no. I mean, we've never moved this fast other than a rental, but life happens, and it was an opportunity we had to take.
For sure.
But we weren't even there long enough to remodel the bathrooms.
Yeah.
We worked on core things, electric. We put all hardwood floors in. We were on our journey
You baited it.
to
yeah.
making the perfect home, but we aren't there long enough to finish it. So I think in that neighborhood, in St. Louis Park, if you are going to look in that neighborhood, and that being said, there are plenty of new homes there. Plenty of new homes there. And at a wide price range too.
Yeah.
But that being said, I think if you're going to look in that area, you have to expect that you're going to be in a home that might need some stuff. Now, for someone like me, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna design that. I'm gonna get in there. Now, I realized at the beginning of this, I was like mocking home designers going in and doing things that didn't go, but I'm different, of course. But no, just getting that process done. Like, when we first moved in, it took us, we didn't move in until the end of October, and we still had construction everywhere. It's stressful, it's crazy, it's chaotic. I love it. So I was fine with that, But when we moved, St. Louis Park is an area that is on the cusp of a turnover. There's just a great variety of people and families and single people, and it's just amazing. It is really great there. There's also a segment of people that I think in the next few years might be like, hey, I'm gonna get a condo. I've lived here 40 years. And that's the place that, like, our house, the people who lived there since the 80s, and I think we're the fourth people. The people that lived before there were a long time, and the people, the original owners in the 50s, and they didn't want to leave. They weren't hopping around either.
Yeah.
We're the outliers.
Yeah.
I actually, when Lee came home and said, I can't believe it, there's this amazing opportunity in renewables, and he's like, all like, oh, so-and-so and this person, all these people that I don't know, he's like, oh, this person, and I'm like, oh, and he's super excited, and I'm getting back into renewables, and it's going to be something that I can really be proud of, and we're going to do this, and I was like, no, and immediately I was like, what are people going to think about us just like cutting and running here? Like people love the area for a good reason.
Yeah.
And I love our neighbors. We've had great neighbors at a lot of places. These neighbors were so welcoming.
Yeah.
Like they
That's
were
so great
bringing
to hear.
over bread and beer and checking in and, oh, how are you doing? And I can't brag enough about the neighbors here. And it's not just like the people next door to us. It's like the whole street.
Yeah.
And you can't compare to that. So it negates some of that. And I think somebody who's looking at a place like St. Louis Park, I think you kind of know that going in.